In the last 5 months of the pandemic, we have seen the conditions of the Filipino people worsen. Our kababayan in the Philippines continue to face lack of mass testing, while health workers cannot access adequate protective equipment. The people's livelihood is impacted by arbitrary lockdown rules and banning of public transportation. The promise of government aid has not reached most who are in need. Each day, cases of COVID-19 continue to rise, and still no effective health response has been implemented by the government. Yet we hear of the Philippine government spending hundreds of billions to buy attack helicopters and arms from the US and other countries. Is this not heartless and irresponsible? Is this not also a violation of the basic human rights of the Filipino people to healthcare and livelihood?
Thousands of overseas Filipino workers are stranded abroad after their jobs were impacted by the pandemic, with little to no support from the Philippine government. Hundreds are stranded in Manila for months without any guarantee of transport back to their home provinces. Here in the United States, the Philippine Embassy denied a meeting with hundreds of young J1 hospitality workers pleading for assistance. Again, is this not callous and irresponsible of them?
Amidst the health and socio-economic crisis, the Philippine government chose to ignore the recent report on the Philippine Human Rights Situation by the United Nations Office of the High Commission on Human Rights about the former's gross violations of human rights on the Filipino people. Worse, the Philippine government, as if in defiance, just signed into law a bill that could trample on democracy, restricting freedom of speech, assembly, the press, and other civil rights of the Filipino people.
NAFCON would like to bring into light this human rights crisis in the Philippines. Human rights of people, and not just individuals, is not just a question of civil and political rights, but also of socio-economic rights. If these rights are violated by the same government that is supposed to guarantee, protect, and defend these rights, it is the people who suffer the most. So when the people voice their concerns and fight for their rights, they do so to assert these basic human and democratic rights that were denied by the government.
NAFCON is deeply concerned that the so-called anti-terror law would impact the communities we serve in the Philippines, as well as our efforts to help our partner organizations and even supporters here in the US aiding underserved communities in the Philippines. The broad and vague language of the law is disturbing, as any actions of organizations and individuals to serve the Filipino community can be misconstrued as terrorism.
We raise these concerns not to sow fear, but to encourage unity and action among our kababayans. NAFCON will continue to stand with the marginalized and neglected communities in the Philippines. Rather than cower in fear, we commit to multiply our efforts to serve the community. We will continue to empower our communities, celebrate Filipino culture and heritage, and advocate to address the needs and concerns of our communities. We will continue to promote the health and well-being of the Filipino people.
To the Filipino community in the US, we must stay united. Let us keep the bayanihan spirit alive and draw inspiration from the collective work we have been doing in the past months. During this time, when communities in the Philippines need us most, let us continue to stand with them and defend them. Staying silent or doing nothing would also be a betrayal to the exploited and oppressed people whom we profess to serve.
Magkaisa at kumilos tayo para sa karapatan ng mamamayan at magandang kinabukasan. Let us unite and take action to promote people's rights and build a brighter future.